Hey, what is up guys? My name is Luis. Before we get into the video, I just want to say a huge thank you. We just hit 1000 subscribers. It means so much to me and there are so many of you guys leaving positive comments and I really appreciate it. With season 4 here, there are some pretty huge changes to the sniper rifles, so today I'm going to show you what I've found out through my testing. The recon barrel had a huge buff, increasing bullet velocity across the board, but not all snipers got the same treatment, so today we're looking at all the results. I tested every sniper rifle with the combat recon barrel and also the last suppressor and the sound moderator. I am also going to take a look at the new weapons, so stay tuned for that. If this is your first time here, I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button, as I make tips and tricks in Warzone and much more. Let's jump right into it. So I've gone ahead and put this spreadsheet together so you can see how every relevant sniper is stacking up against each other. I have not included the Dragono M82 and Rytek, as there is no good reason to actually use these. So as you can see, I've sorted the snipers by ADS speed first up, and the Kar 98 is clearly at the top at 360 milliseconds, and that is mainly due to the sport comb, but we will get more into the attachments in a minute. Then we have the Pellington and Swiss, and I did recheck the ADS speed and maximum bullet velocity, and as you can see, the Swiss got a huge buff. We're up to 1100 meters per second bullet velocity, and with that build, the ADS speed comes in at 420 milliseconds. The Pellington also got a buff and ended up at a bullet velocity of 1015 meters per second and an ADS speed that was the same as the Swiss. You can also see some other general stats like the rate of fire and movement speed. So by looking at the bullet velocity, we can see that the CRG have the highest bullet velocity in the game right now, followed by the LW3 and the HDR. To make this a little bit easier to understand, I have put all of these weapons into different categories. So for the best aggressive sniper rifle now in season 4, they have completely, in my opinion, shifted the sniper meta. I am putting Swiss at the first place for having the highest bullet velocity out of the lightweight sniper rifles. And even though the Kar 98 ADS is quicker, remember that the Swiss have 180 damage to the chest and still no damage drop off. And to me that puts the Swiss at number 1. Then I put the Kar 98 at second place and then the Pellington. As far as I know right now, they have not changed the flinch on the Pellington, LW3 and CRG, so that is still a huge downside to these snipers. But more testing needs to be done. I just wanted to get this video out as quick as possible for you guys. For the middle ground category, we have the LW3 and SPR. With the buff the LW3 got, I feel like it's surpassing the SPR now, as the LW3 has much better ADS speed and offers more bullet velocity, but you still have that flinch, which is going to make it a little bit harder to use when you're being shot at. So I've put the LW3 at the first place for the middle ground category. For the long range, we have the CRG, LW3 and HDR. These are really the only ones I would use right now for that long range. The LW3 is really good right now and can actually compete in both the middle ground category and long range. Still, the CRG offers the highest bullet velocity in the game right now and has a pretty decent ADS speed. So I have put the CRG at the top, then the LW3 and then the HDR, and that is mainly because it's so slow to ADS and also the movement speed is pretty slow. So let's take a look at the best attachments for all these weapons. The bruiser grip actually got a huge buff according to the patch note, so I wanted to test this out. And also on a side note, they changed the reticle on the Swiss slightly, so before the little triangle was white and now it's black, and there might be some small adjustment to its size as well. So as you can see, the bruiser grip now is actually comparable to the precision comb on the Kar 98. The weapon is so steady now with the bruiser grip that I feel like this is going to be a meta attachment now. For the Swiss and Pellington, you could take the 7 round mag if you feel like you don't need the extra aiming stability. Remember that the 5mW laser is providing aiming stability as well, so you can decide for yourself what you feel like the weapon needs the most. Note that the ADS speed of the Kar 98 is mainly because of the sport comb. I know a lot of people are running the precision comb instead, and that brings the ADS speed of the Kar 98 to 400 milliseconds. I also thought it would be interesting to see what the sound moderator do now with the new barrel buffs. So I put together a little overview here so you can see the different bullet velocities and ADS speed with the Cold War snipers. So both the Swiss and Pellington will be awesome for that aggressive sniping. Maybe not so much the Pellington because of the flinch, but the Swiss gives you 995 meters per second bullet velocity and an ADS speed of 385 milliseconds. And if you take a look at the LW3, you can actually see that with the sound moderator, we have the same stats as the Swiss with the GUR suppressor. So things are definitely leveling out in season 4 now. This opens up a very diverse meta, and I think we're going to see very much different builds in the sniper category now. So that is my results from my testing now that season 4 is out. I have not really had the time to check everything out yet, but I'm definitely going to check out the new weapons, if the flinch still is as bad as before on some of the Cold War snipers, and much more. Let me know in the comments what you think. That is it for this video, guys. If you liked the video, please hit that like button, and as always, I will see you legends in the next one.